Hello everyone. So today we are going to solve 18th of August guess for guess problem of the day, that is secret cipher. What it is saying is there we we have a one geek or those friends, and they are trying to send a secret message to each other, and they are trying to like encrypt that so that no one can read that in between. So to do that problem, consider like we have the given like how to decode that particular message. We have to like traverse the encoded string from left to right, and we have to find if we have a normal character. Normal characters means any lowercase character that we have appears. Then we have to append it to the original string. If we don't have, if we find out the asterisk, then we have to take the previous string that we have calculated. So we have to repeat that particular string, and we have to do until we don't have any asterisk remains. So this is just a algorithm to convert the like input string to this string. Okay, like basically encode the string like from this one to this one. How we can do that? But in problem we have to do the opposite manner. Like we have given the decoded string, we have to encode that so that no one can read that in between. Okay, and we have to find the lexicographically smallest encrypted string. Like as you can see in this example, what does that mean is there can be two possible solution, but the lowest string would be this one. So we have to find the smaller that is present. Lexicographically smallest means first we have to check the length. If the length is lowest, then then that would be the answer. If lengths are equal for the both of the strings, then you have to find out the like you have to compare the characters by ASCII values you can compare, and you have to find the smallest one. So let's come back to the this one, like how we could. First, I will explain you how you can create this input string from this string so that you will have a better idea like what is this problem is saying. Okay, so let's go to the whiteboard. A, B star C. Okay, so we have given the example is that is A, B star C star D. Okay, so if I'm doing this, but it will be written. So consider I'm starting from here. Okay, we have to start from transfers from left to right. So this will give me A. I move to B. This will give me B. These are the normal characters. Move to the next, that is asterisk. So what I can do is I just need to take the previous string that we have calculated and repeat that string. So what it will become as AB, AB. Now the next character came, that is C. So I just appended that C. Now the asterisk came, then I have to repeat the exact same string, that is AB, AB, and C. Now the next character is D, then I just append it. So this will be the finally the string that is we have given in the input. But we have to not find this string. This will be very easy problem, right? You just find the asterisk, you have to repeat that the string that you have calculated. But the problem statement is saying you have to calculate this decoded encoded string. Basically, you have to give an input this and you have to find out this one. So in the same manner as we have find out like this to this, we are going to same manner we will find out this encoded string. How we will do that? Consider so for that first thing is we are going to repeat the string, right? Like AB asterisk is find out, then AB is repeated. So to do that, we will what we will do that we will start from the right hand and we will check. Okay, so this is the complete string we have given, and the index for that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So length will be the 11. Okay. Now you can understood if we have asterisk, like any string x is there, and consider if we have asterisk is there. What we are doing is we are removing this asterisk and we are repeating this x. So what it will become x into x. But will this length be even always? Why? Because consider the x length is like consider 5. So if I am appending 5 characters more to that, so length will become 10, right? It is even. If I have 6, then if I'm appending more to 6 characters to that, then its length will become even. So it means in every case, the length of this string will be even, right? So it means if we have moved to x to x asterisk, it means the length should be, if the length is even, then we can compare them, right? If the comparing resultant, like if the comparing is give to us like x is the repeated string, then we can just take x and asterisk one value as a asterisk. In the same manner we will do that. Here you will check, okay, the length is even, length is odd, that is 11. So length is not even. So it means this cannot be divided into two, right? So what we will take as, we will take D as a character that we need. So consider we have some data structure. We can store D as a character, and we will move to here. Consider we now we don't have this thing, and we have only string that is AB ABC AB ABC. Okay, now the length, what will be the length? Length will be 10. So now it is even. It means there can be a possibility to divide this complete string into two halves, right? What we will do for that is, consider I am taking the half, because 10 by 2, that is 5. So consider one variable is here, and I'm start taking from here. So I will just check if A is equals to A, if it is B is B, A is equal to A, B is equal to B, C equal to C. Basically, what I'm trying to think about is, will this half string ABC and ABC, are these equals or not? In this case, these are equals. If it means these are equal, it means what we can replace AB ABC, we can replace with asterisk, right? Because these are repeated. So what we can do is, we can take the asterisk in our data structure, and we will say the now the remaining string is just AB ABC. So let's write it here, AB AB and C. Now this will be the resultant string. What are the index of this? 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And length is 5. Again, length is 5. We cannot divide into this two, right? So we will take the last character and append into our data structure, and we will say now our string will be ABAB. Okay. Again, we will check if ABAB can be divided into two halves. Yes, it can be. AB and AB will be two halves. So we can just take AB for our next iteration, and we will replace this AB by asterisk. Okay. Now what we have, AB we will have. Okay. Now let's write it here. So is this can be like, this length is even? Can it's divided into two? No, it cannot divide into two, right? Because A is not equal to B. So what we will do is, we will append this B character, and we will remove this. Now we have just single character that we just append into our data structure. Now this is the data structure. Now we will just remove the values, and we will append into our resultant string. Consider we have resultant string that is empty, and we will take A, B in the same manner that we have appended, asterisk, C, asterisk, and D. Now you can understand what I'm trying to say is, you just have to, this is, I'm trying my best to explain, guys, this approach. This is very valuable. Like, if you understood this, what I'm trying to say is, consider you have a complete string. If its length is even or odd, first thing you have to check the length. If its length is even, then there can be a possibility that you can divide that complete string into two halves. But if the length is odd, there is no possibility, right? So what we can do, just take the last character, append into our data structure, and check the remaining string. Okay, is this remaining string can be divided into two halves? Yes. If it is can be divided into two halves, then it means the second part of that string we can replace with asterisk, right? That is the problem statement is saying. So that when we are encoding that string, so asterisk, we will remove that asterisk, and we will duplicate that string completely. So in the same manner, while decoding it, what we are doing is, we will remove that part, and we will replacing this with asterisk. And if this like again the length is become the odd, then we will take the character. If the length is not if the correct if the both parts are not matching it, then what we will do, we will just take the character out, last character, same correct last character, we will take it out, and we will check the further iteration. So in the similar manner, I've wrote this code in the Java. If you're comfortable with Java, you can refer this. If you're not, then you can take this approach as a learning, and you can write in code in your preferred language. But the approach is valuable. If you understood this, the code will be nothing, but it's a very easy. Okay, so for data structure, what I'm using it is stack, because I need the last input as the first character in my resultant string. So I'm using the data stack for that. So it's just a stack, and I'm taking the index I, that is s dot length minus one. That is the last character that I'm taking care of. And I'm taking the length. Length is the complete string length initially what we have. And I'm just checking again in the same example, like if this is odd or even. If it is length is odd, it means what we have to do. We can just append the last character in our stack. We will take the remaining string, and we will just calculate the length for the further iteration. And I'm taking the I is equal to length minus one. It means this character, so that we don't have to worry about this complete. Now our resultant string will be this thing. Okay. And if it is even, then what I will do is, like, I'm just taking the half index. This will be working as the index, and I'm taking as the same as true. Like, if it's just this code is this is nothing but just to comparing. Is the resultant like half x and x, are those equal or not? If those are equal, then just I'm appending the asterisk sign because this can be repeated one. And I'm just again taking the remaining substring, that half substring, and I'm just calculating length and I. And if those are not same, then what I'm doing is I'm just taking the character and I'm just taking the remaining string and calculating the length and I. These are the repeated codes, basically length and I. Then you can also write in a more valuable manner. But I'm trying to write the brute force code as a beginner level, as we have understood the problem. So that we don't are going into that code readability or those things. But it's better to use those techniques. But for this DSA problem, I'm not going to that. And what I'm doing finally is I'm taking the resultant string. I'm doing the stack dot, like I'm checking if till stack is not empty and taking those strings and finally return the resultant string. Here, one thing you have to mostly understood is how we are reducing the length of this substring. Like when we don't require the last character, when we require the last character. So for this, what will the time complexity? So time complexity is length we are every time we are reducing, adding in the stack that doesn't take much. It will take space. So in the worst case, we are adding all the characters. So big of n space we are taking care of. And this will be the taking the half string. This will because half is n by 2. So this is big of n. And this is every time length is reducing. So in the worst case, this code will be working as a big of n square. And n space will be big of n. So let's try to submit it. Okay, so big of n square, it is working here. It is working fine. What will the optimization? We can do more optimization is with the prefix and suffix. We can use the KMP algorithm for that. Here, for every time we are, where is the optimization case possible is this case. Why? Because for every time, what we are doing is big of an operation we are doing, we are comparing the string every time and we are checking that. Like I'm not going to show KMP algorithm in this because the video length will be more. But in the case, I will try to create the separate video for that, how to do the optimization for this code. But the problem statement will be the same. Like you have to understood the approach. If you understood, then it would be very easy. So hope you got the intuition of this problem. So if you like and then subscribe my channel and thank you everyone.